And we are live. Hello, everybody. How we doing? Hopefully, everybody's having a great day. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Danforth. Hey, Jason. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, so Michelle will be joining us here in a little bit too. She's tied up with the kids. I'm sure we probably will get to see the kids as well. They were last time I talked to her. They were pretty anxious about trying to sneak onto YouTube.
Live stream. I don't blame them. It's very exciting. My nieces love being on YouTube.
Yeah. So Misty, your pal Misty's here with me. Gonna join me. So part of today, we're gonna actually do some of the giveaway. So if you haven't gone and registered for that giveaway, go back to that what I eat in a day on 11/21 and put in that secret code. You still got time. We'll draw one of these about 20 minutes into it. Then we'll draw another one around the 35 minute mark, and then another one towards the end of it. So hopefully I got a good random picker that will actually work. And
Oh boy, yeah.
Say, Nix, how are you? Welcome, welcome,
Hey,
welcome. So
it's good to see
so
you.
I thought
Vicky.
we'd just kind of get together and just kind of chat and see what's going on, see what's new and exciting. It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping to get Aretha here from Seattle Sapphire, but she has been snowed in and without power for 3 days.
Oh
So
no.
so one of those fun, exciting things about getting to live in a snowy part of the country.
Oh, dang, I did not realize. I love Aretha, but that'd be super fun. I'd love to talk to her too. But yeah, no, I didn't realize she was snowed in. So
Yeah.
much snow already. I don't know how. Alan, I'm with you. Like, how do they do it? I don't know how people live in that cold, snowy weather.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not. Well, I grew up in New England, so
Oh, so you
it's
know about it. You moved away
yeah,
from
yeah. My mother and father are from Maine, and they
it.
moved
Oh,
down to Connecticut, so I grew up in Connecticut. But yeah, but we spent a lot of our winters and a lot of our vacation time up in Maine, so it's always
yeah.
fun. I mean, if you grow up in cold weather or you're used to cold weather, you kind of get used to it and you do the activities, you snowmobiling and snowshoeing and cross country skiing and all that good stuff, and you get used to the cold weather. But as you get older, some of that stuff kind of resides in you warmer weather.
Yeah.
Hey, Frugal Mama's here, so
Great to share.
welcome. So we'll kind of let people come in. So what's new and exciting in your world? Starting to do Vlogmas.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The new and exciting thing for this month is I'm doing Vlogmas. I've had so much going on recently in my life that I decided this year to do live streams for Vlogmas. I've been doing Vlogmas, which for those who may not know, it's basically a video every day in December. I've been doing it since like 2017. And so I wanted to keep doing it, but as you know, and other content creators know, it takes a lot of time to make a video. And the types of videos I would do picture in picture, and then you have to sync everything. And it would take me,
Yeah.
2 hours a day. So even if I do an hour-long live stream, I still saved myself an hour. So it was a way to connect with the community, have a place for people to go to hang out if they needed it. Just a friendly face, a fun voice to have. And so, yeah, that's what I've been doing this December. Today will be my third live stream this evening at 6 o'clock Central on my channel. And I look forward to it already every day. So, yeah, it should be a fun December. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, so Michelle, Keto Mama, Michelle is joining us as well. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So hopefully it's nice and warm there, so you're not, too cold.
Really rainy here.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you're getting that rain from that one up through Mississippi and Alabama the other day. So
Yep.
So Michelle's in Rhode Island. So if you don't know, she's up in that northeast area. Better rain than snow.
Yep, that's for sure.
No.
I would think so.
But it's
Yeah.
like 50 degrees out, so it's pretty nice, like temperature wise, because it's been like 20 the last 3 days, so it's feeling like winter.
Yeah. Huh. See here, we're like, I don't know. We actually had rain here for 2 days, which is pretty rare. And
Wow,
it
that
was,
is,
yeah, and it was in the mid
Don't get
50s, which is pretty rare. Yeah, we don't get very much rain. So
Mm-mm.
I said my wife was laughing because, she coming from the Philippines, and when they get rain, they get rain. And,
Yeah.
and they get more rain in one day than we probably get in a year and a half or 2 years. So, but she's talking about how we get a quarter of an inch of rain, and they talk about a big storm, and, they.
I love that Santa Barbara area. There are so many people who'll be like, "It's raining. We're wearing rain jackets," and it rained for like
Yeah.
5 minutes. They're so excited. It rains a lot here in Texas too, because we're so close to, or at least where I am, because I'm so close to the coast. So it's rainy here often.
Yeah. Well, it's a little warmer there, though. So you get a
It is
much
warmer
warmer
here.
rain.
Oh yeah, much warmer. I mean, 50 degrees would be winter for us, Michelle. So we'd be wearing hoodies if it was 50 degrees. So I love that it's warm for you. It sounds like winter to me.
Well, Seattle Sapphire came in. Tom Garvey just came in. Welcome. Great to see you guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining. We were just talking about you, Aretha. I didn't know that you were in the middle of a snowstorm up there.
Yeah. So hopefully, Athena, you got everything all cleared away. Everything is good. The snow is. You can get out and you got power again, and so that's really good. So what's going on in the fitness world? I know both of you guys are really getting into the fitness aspect of the whole health journey now. So I know Michelle. I'm gonna throw up a picture, and I think I'm gonna try anyway.
Oh Lord, he's got pictures. Fun.
Oh no.
Well,
Did you know he had
Photographic evidence. Ah.
Oh, no, he didn't tell us. He tricked us.
I don't know whether I do or not,
Watch
so
it,
because it's
Michelle,
kind
you
of
have been
weird.
doing really good.
Oh,
love
thank you so much. So have you. You're an inspiration to me. I can't
Well,
So
thank you. I appreciate
That's
that.
Michelle now. So if you haven't seen it, Michelle, you're down about what, 90 pounds, 95 pounds now?
Yeah, I'm going between 90 and 95 now with the holidays, but I was trying to stay around 100, but it's really like I don't think my body is meant to be that low. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know, like I don't know how other people feel, but just like it's around the 100-pound mark, I can get there, but like maintaining it and staying on track with it is really difficult, and I really have to be really strict on myself. And I feel like around that mark, I'm not really enjoying myself or having fun. So
Yeah, and if you're not feeling
Yeah.
good, it defeats the purpose of doing it, right? So, yeah, people are so stuck on a number sometimes. They keep asking me, like, how low am I going to get? I have no idea. I don't know where my body's going to stop. I keep thinking it's going to stop losing weight, and it keeps losing weight, which is great. I'm not hating. I mean, I'm happy about that, but I don't know. I'd like to get down to 165 pounds at least once to say I've lost half my body weight, just because that'd be fun.
that's awesome.
That's still another 20
Congratulations.
pounds, which feels like a lot, but I mean, I'm down 145, so I guess 20 isn't so much. But it's in last 20 that's going to be the hardest. So,
Yeah, and once you get down so far, it's harder to the weight's not just melting off anymore. It's more
yeah.
work.
Well, and with the strength training too, we're adding a little bit of that muscle. So, as you do more, your body's gonna, I think, normalize at and you're kind of there too, Alan. As you've been going, you normally set in at a yes, it is 186.
Yeah. So this was you the other day. So
yeah, it shocks me to still see that number, but it's cool.
So that's what, 140 what now? 100?
Well, that's 144. So I have been a little bit lower than that last month, but that's where I ended the month. Yeah, it was 186. I ended with a maintain for the month, which is what I was going for. So.
Oh my gosh, that's like an entire person.
It is an entire person. It's more than my mom weighs. That's what she keeps reminding me. She's like, you've lost more than I weigh. Just think of that. Like, really think of that. And it's hard to think of that, but it's what's happened.
Yeah.
So what do you do for fitness, Misty?
Right now, I follow Kirsten Quick over at Kirsten Quick Fit on YouTube. I'm part of her Fit Squad membership, and as part of her membership, she does boot camps 5 days a week. So I can join the morning ones on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sometimes I can catch Tuesday, Thursday. If not, then I do a boxing circuit at night with my best friend Amy. Where we'll do just different things like different punches, different kicks, kettlebell swings, jump rope, slam ball, things like that. So pretty much I do work out seven days a week if you count Sunday. I don't because I only walk, but it is like a 5-mile walk, which for a lot of people would be considered exercise. I just consider it a walk with my friends, and it makes me feel good and I keep active, right?
Yeah.
But I would say I train with weights 5 to 6 days a week. So it's really the strength training that's made all the difference for me and how I feel, how I can physically connect in this newer, smaller body. So that's what I've really been focused on. And I know you do a lot of the strength training too. It's really a game changer. And Alan, I've been watching Alan, man. He got them new weights, and it's every day we're watching Alan do chest flies, and it's like I love it. I think that's super cool, Alan. I've been enjoying watching you use those new dumbbells.
Yeah. I said I've been doing a lot of searching on YouTube to find out workout routines with dumbbells, so it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, you did that one the other day. I was like, I didn't even know that has a name. I've done it before, but the one where the bicep curl with the up in the down, I don't know. I still don't remember what you said it was called, but I love it.
Yeah. So, but it's been pretty cool. And I know, Michelle, you've been actually talking to a trainer, and you had talked a little bit about that on your last video that you put out.
Well, I did a race the other weekend. It might have not been the smartest thing. I actually just got off the flu. So I was like really pumped up. I was going to do this 5K for Thanksgiving. I hadn't done a race since the Mother's Day race when my 8-year-old was just a baby. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be something to look forward to after Halloween, like keep my mind in the game and keep me on track. And then like a couple days before Thanksgiving, we ended up getting the flu, and you can probably still hear it in my voice, but, so I was like really bummed, like, am I even going to be able to run this 5K? Am I going to be able to like do whatever? I was, for a whole month, I was looking forward to this, and then it wasn't going to pan out. So I ended up just like making myself do it, as crazy as it sounds, and as probably makes me a lunatic, but it was something that I was really looking forward to. So I ended up doing it, and I'm happy with the result that I got. But I ended up talking to another guy there, and he was a trainer at a local gym, and he was saying that he had actually connected with Michelle from Life Adventures in Keto. So it was kind of cool to see that whole thing like come like full circle, and like he had done some stuff on her channel, and I was like really like thought it was just so awesome how like different people in different areas are connecting, and I thought that was cool, like how fitness can branch out so much. But I typically do there's a lady called Sydney Cummings. She just had a baby not too long ago, but she has like those workout programs, and she does like every day is a different workout. And I really like it because it does everything, covers it from HIIT to Tabata to EMOM to legs, arms, cardio, anything that you are like looking to work on. And she has all different playlists of everything. So if one day I want to not follow the workout routine per se, I can go and say like, oh, today I think I really just want to focus on this body part, and then there's a whole workout for it. So I think that's been really great, because then I'm not just like, I only have so much time that I can go to the gym a day. I have 3 kids, so the time is limited and it's precious, and I work full time, and I can sometimes only get there for 20 minutes. So whatever the most bang I can get is for my buck is the best thing. So I've really been enjoying that, because I can see the definition and like the progress that's being made over time. So it's really cool and really fun. I really like that part.
Nice. And that's a YouTube channel?
Yeah, her name is Sydney Cummings.
Okay. Yeah,
Pretty easy
sometimes
name to
I'm
remember.
looking for videos to do. So, I mean, my coach is also on YouTube, so but we do Zoom sessions for our workouts. But sometimes I just want an extra workout, or something like that. So I'll check that out.
Yeah, I do watch Kristen too as well. So I do some of her stuff and some of her routines and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
there's others that I follow too. Ingrid in
Yeah.
Dubai or whatever is probably one of the big popular ones. She did that 7-minute Tabata back 4 years ago and had millions of views and
What was the
all
name
that
again?
stuff. Ingrid in Dubai.
I've
I
never
don't
heard
know
of
a
that
lot of
either.
fitness channels outside of the small ones that I follow. I
Yeah.
don't really pay attention to any of the bigger channels because I like the communication with the coaches. Because
Well,
when I was beginning, I had
Yeah.
so many questions. Now, Michelle was just talking about EMOM, and I'm like, I know what all of that means. I'm so happy with myself for doing EMOM Tabata hit. I know what all that means. But yeah, Gavin.
Yeah.
I love Gavin over at Smithy's Fitness. Val hasn't been able to put out as many videos, but Val at the Workout Club, all of those. I think I like the smaller little channels, but I do watch some of the bigger channels. I just hadn't heard of either of those.
So Aretha's saying that she's scared of the kettlebells. So I don't have any of those, and I thought about getting one of those ones that it's adjustable, but kind of like the weights. But I kind of decided against it. I think my next big thing that I put for my little garage downstairs is I think I'm going to go buy some the weighted balls, the smash balls, slam balls, whatever you want to call them.
I love it.
They're cheap. They're inexpensive. I think Big Lots has them for like $10 or something like that. 10-pound one.
Yeah, you can find them relatively inexpensive. They often will have them on sale in the warehouse at Amazon too. Yeah, I love my slam ball. We do that as part of our circuits when we do. It's just such a good full body workout if you're just even doing just a slam. But there's so many other things you can do with it. So yeah, I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah,
and it's something easy to store and doesn't take up much space.
Yeah, and that's really what I'm looking for because I still got to pull the car in the garage at night and stuff. So
Right.
It's got stuff that folds up and I can put off to the side and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
it has multiple uses. Yeah, I think it's a good one. But I like my kettlebells. We do kettlebell. I have a 10-pound kettlebell that I have at Amy's for when we do boxing, but I have 25-pound kettlebells that I use for some different exercises, including kettlebell swings and things like that. So I'm curious to see, Aretha, what are you scared of them for? We don't have to talk about it right now, but I am curious because maybe it's something we could talk about to alleviate those fears. Is it because of your back, I'm going to assume, or something with your balance? But I'm just curious.
Yeah. Then we got Bubbles in here from RC Sheds saying, hello, Alan, just popping in to say hi. I miss working out, but broke a lower back. With no balance anymore. That's pretty tough. So maybe one that fuses together. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty tough. Then Lindy's here from Paleo Barbie saying hi to everybody. So Adventures in Deanna's here. So, hey Deanna, how are you?
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. The Bud Files are here as well. So, hey, I know a lot of you guys are creators and content creators and stuff like that. So go over there and check each other's channels out and stuff too. Make sure you go over and check out your pal Misty's channel and Keto Mama Michelle's channel as well. So, Michelle, you're starting to do vlogging again this year too, right? I know you hadn't been posting for a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know. I wish I could dedicate more time to my YouTube channel. I'd love to start doing lives at some point too. It's just like my schedule is so crazy, but and then I feel guilty because I feel like, I want to be checking out everybody else's channels too. So I'm just trying to find like a balance of everything always. So, but I figured at least for a month, I'm going to hang in there.
I
And
will
try
tell you
to
what's
do
a
the
cool
vlogs.
feature now.
What was that?
Yeah. I will tell you what's a cool feature that YouTube does now is when you do a full-length video, you can go back into that full-length video later after it's posted. And I think it's a remix button on your, when you look at your own video, and you click on your remix button, and it will say create shorts. So you can create shorts out of your video. And I've been doing that. That's why I got a lot of videos, a lot of shorts, is I've been taking a lot of that content out of my regular videos and then posting it. And then when people see the short, if they click on the short, it will take them to the full length video. So like the So the cheese bread videos that have been shorts I've been posting go to a full length video. So
That's the same
it
thing.
helps tie and they tie together. And so it's actually a pretty cool little feature that they just came out with. I'm going to say came out about a month ago or maybe 2 months ago.
Sorry, I'm just sitting here with my mouth open because I'm in shock right now. So is there a way to, sorry, I have a little spider or something trying to get on my camera. The little spider's trying to get on the screen and I don't want it to freak y'all out, probably saying that. Anyway, can you edit it, like put different pieces of the same video, like edit it like you would edit a normal video?
You can only
take like a 30-second clip from.
You can only do a 15 to 1 minute clip.
Gotcha. That's still cool.
Oh, and then it posts it. So like if you wanted to kind of do like, I know Misty, you do your bloopers at the end there. If you kind of want to do a couple of those little clips just to get people intrigued,
right?
You know,
to come and
and then post them, and it really does help your channel grow. So
yeah, well, I was thinking too. I haven't done one in a while, but the new favorites epic disasters. Just do a small clip of that to link to the bigger video. I may do that next year.
So it's just kind of I thought it was a pretty cool feature. So I've been using it a lot, and I think it's been helping my channel out a lot. So it's really helped it to get new subscribers and stuff. So
yeah,
and I know most of them are in here, like, so you know. So Seattle's going. Seattle, I had a bad experience with the kettlebells about 10 years ago. That's what she was saying. I did something weird, and part of my left arm went numb for about 6 months. I have no idea what I did.
Then I understand your desire and want to skip it. Skip it. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I would start off with lower weights too, man. Just kind of experiment with them, and then if you did talk to a trainer, maybe it's a technique you did, or because I'm finding out, and I know Val's been sending me emails and stuff, helping me out a little bit with some of my technique and stuff like that, and holding the arm positions right or whatever. And
yeah, that's why I appreciate getting to work out on video with Kirsten, because she can immediately correct any form issues. Or like last week, after we do our workouts on Saturday, we get to ask questions. I spent like 15 minutes asking her questions about different forms, because like she was having us do heel up squats, and I was like, I feel like I'm way too far forward, and how do I fix that, and what modifications can I do? So yeah, I love having someone to reach out to and ask those types of questions, because I'm so new. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to do it right, because especially as I get older, I'm not out here trying to hurt myself. I already went big one day and hurt my shoulder, and it took 2 months to get to where I could do overhead presses again. So yeah, I'm with you, Alan. I focus on the form. I try to be really safe about it.
Yeah, and the older you get, the longer it takes to recover.
And that's why you want to be, I'm like, I would rather fix my form now in the beginning and do it right than just be out there doing whatever. So it's very helpful for me to have someone to do that.
So let's see who else is here. Johnny Smallpepper's here. Hey, Johnny, how are you? He's a Southern California guy too, from down in San Diego. And then Crafty Carnivore is just here.
Oh, I'm going to have to check out your channel. I don't actually know you, but I saw that Michelle at Life Adventures in Keto is doing a collab with you. I'll be sure to check it out. I'm sorry I don't know your name, but.
Hyla, right?
Hyla?
Tell me if I'm wrong. Is it Hyla, or is that how you say it? Or Hyla? I'm sorry. I'm so bad.
I'll check out your channel. I'll figure it out. Don't you worry. I will figure it out.
She got 2 channels. She has because she she has a craft channel, I believe. So I was saying that, you should, she doesn't post the link to her Hyla. So
nice to meet you, Hyla.
Oh, that's a nice name.
So, and I was saying you should post the link to your other channel down in your description. So go over there and check it out. There's some other crafty channels that I follow. Just, I don't know why, but I do. So, and I know my wife does as well. So she does some crocheting and some other stuff as well. But
sometimes I'm amazed by what people can make. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's what I was going to say. I watch because I think it's so interesting what people can come up with. Like my best friend Carolyn, she'll send me little pictures of things that she's like, look what I went to the Dollar Tree and did. I'm like, oh my God, that's you got that stuff from the Dollar Tree? Like, I think it's amazing what crafty people can do. My friend Courtney in the Discord, Alan, she'll make an outfit overnight, like poof,
Yeah.
and she's got an outfit. Like, what? It's crazy. I love that.
Yeah. So there's some pretty cool channels
Yeah, I
out there
like
that
to
do
watch
some pretty,
it even though
pretty
I'm not
amazing
good
things.
at it.
So I do too.
I can
And actually,
paint
my other daughter is a big person. She makes, I'll say quilts. I said, I made the mistake of saying blankets one time. And so she makes quilts. She's a quilter, and Natalie. So she's pretty big into it. She's made a couple for us, and I'm probably made some for Michelle, and for the kids.
She's made some like really amazing ones for my kids and stuff, and some of them are pretty comfortable. I have to say, I steal them and cuddle with them on the couch.
Nice.
Yeah, I keep trying to tell her she's
big into it. She goes to all these quilting shows. She's won all types of awards, but it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it does take a lot of work. I keep telling her she should start a YouTube channel, and
I'm sure people would watch. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's I never realized that there was quite a community, and she came out here and visited me probably 2 years ago now. It was just before, I think it was just before COVID, and I didn't even realize there's like 3 quilting stores here in town. So you drive by them every day, and I never even realized that there's fabric stores here. And Frugal Mama was saying she wished she was creative. I mean, I should say crafty, and saying she wished she was creative. So
I'm not creative or crafty. I'm with y'all. Like I said, I can do like a paint by numbers or those little like Dollar Tree, put this reindeer together. Like I got you on those, but coming up with it out of my own brain, my brain does not work that way. It does not see a wagon with a pumpkin. It doesn't put all that together.
All right. Now I'm going to, we're going to do a drawing. We're a couple of minutes over. This is going to be the drawing for the shirt. So we'll do that first. And then we'll do the second one. We'll do the keto chow.
Keto chow. I've been loving the keto chow. I actually just ordered some on Black Friday, so I can't wait for it to come in so I can do a Vlogmas video on I got that new flavor, the waffle one. I'm so excited to try it.
It looked good. I saw him announce the maple waffle. I was tempted to get some, but I'm trying to not buy a bunch of new stuff right now. I already spent too much money on Choc Zero and Perfect Keto, so.
Yeah. So I went and I put the channel in here. I said get the comments. There's 26 hashtag keto comments in there. So you haven't entered for any of them, go back to that video on 11/21 and put in that hashtag keto if you want to, because I'll update it before I do it. And then we'll come down and just start raffle for picking and see how this thing works. So there is Rhonda Sullivan. That's our first winner. I gotta take a picture of it. Congratulations, Rhonda.
So she won a t-shirt, you said?
Yeah, she's won one of those.
They're nice.
Oh.
They're very nice. I've got a t-shirt and I've got the electrolyte capsules. I did not enter this one because I've not that I mind being a winner all the time, but I give it a break every now and then. Let other people win.
So we'll do another one here in a few minutes. So
sure. They're nice quality shirts too.
Yeah. Hyla bought one as well too, so I really appreciate that. So,
nice.
Let's see, what's going on? Just catching. I'm screenshot with chatting, so I can sub to someone I don't know. Yeah, so that's an interesting idea. So because I do that a lot, because if you comment in the chat when it's live or it's here, as soon as it's over, that chat disappears. So if somebody wanted to go back and find you, they can't. So you should be going into the comments after the live and put a comment down there in after the live. So if you're interested in people checking your channel out, that they can do that. So
The other thing
don't
that
know.
I do too is you don't have to exit out of the live video. You can just search it, and then if you go onto their channel and just add to save to watch later, and then I try to add as much as I can to that. Not that I'm great at going back into my watch later, but it does save stuff so I can go back and, you know, be like, hey, I saw you over here.
Yeah,
Checking out your channel now.
I do use my watch later list, as y'all will post things throughout the day. I'll add it to my watch later, and then at night I'll just watch the watch later, which sometimes gets me in trouble because then I forget to comment because I just start watching it on my TV and it's just playing and playing, and then I'll be like, oh man, I watched 3 of them, I didn't leave, and then I got to pick up my phone and try to remember to go back and comment. But yeah, I do like that feature.
Now Hailey is you're actually doing a collab with. She's actually doing a collab with Michelle over at the Life Adventures in Keto. They're actually doing a challenge this month.
Water and steps.
Water and steps. So I will track that as well. I guess my big thing this month is that I got this. I'm gonna try this out for.
Bring it up, Alan. I was waiting for you to talk about it. For a few weeks.
So I had a company reach out to me, NutriSense. They reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested in participating in, of course, doing promoting or doing a review of their continuous glucose monitor. It's actually their software because it's a Libre continuous monitor that they send you, and then of course it's their software. So I've been using that for a little bit, for a couple days now, and it's actually pretty cool. I'm not going to do a screenshot of it. I'll show you on my phone, but it's pretty cool. You have to scan it like 3 or 4 times a day with your phone. So that yesterday was my first full day, and it's kind of scary when you look at it, when you first look at it, because there's all kinds of stuff in there. You track your food, or all I've been doing is I just track my meals or any snacks or anything else with it. So it kind of looks like this for the day, kind of goes through. And then it kind of gives you a score down on the bottom on the meals, whether they're, how they, and I guess what it does is it does, and I'll show you, it does I don't know, the camera can't.
That one's blurry a little bit.
Can't, it's really, the camera's not.
It's so tiny. I'm all
so I guess I got
y'all.
But I will do some screenshots later on of this, and I'll probably be doing a review of it all totally of how the food went. So like yesterday, my dinner, we ate ribs and a cabbage soup that my wife makes. I forget what the name of it is. And it's actually really, really good. So, and it came out with a score of 9, and they based the score on, how far did your insulin spike? What was the average in a 2-hour window? How long did it take to come down? Peak. So did it go up more than 29 points or not? Right. Because if it went up more than 29 points, supposedly that's not a good thing. That's considered an insulin spike. If it's below 29 points, it's good. Then exposure overall, how did it do? Was it stable? Was your insulin stable? Was your sugar level stable? And then how long did it take you to recover from it? So it actually comes up, and I don't know whether you can actually see it. So it has a little chart at the bottom of it, and I know you can't see it. I think what I want to do is, so it's pretty cool. That's a 2-hour window. Yeah. So you can kind of see it, and you scan it throughout the day, like 3 times a day. And it's pretty cool. So, it's just something I wanted to try.
But you have to scan it 3 times a day to get the reading.
You put it, you come down and there's like a button, you hit down here, and there's scan, there's meal activity, because when you exercise, your glucose level goes up. So and then you track it, and that's what those dots are. It puts dots in there when you eat, when you work out, and different things.
Yeah.
And then you go in and you scan, and it will say scan, and then you just hold it up
to the monitor. Okay, cool.
Like
so you track your activity and your food within that same app. So that's how it knows which foods caused bigger spikes or which foods had a better score. And what is that? You said it was a 9. Is a 9 good? Like, What's
9
the
is good.
Okay.
A 10 is perfect. A 0
Gotcha.
is bad.
That's 10. Okay.
And so, like, I had my coffee this morning, and when I had my coffee, it was a pretty big increase. So, but they're saying it's a 9, so it went up. We're not within the 2-hour window yet. It's still, I guess we are. So, so I started at an 89, and after I had my coffee, it went up to 101. But they don't consider that a spike. That's an 11-point
Mm-hmm.
delta or whatever you want to call it. And so it's just kind of interesting to see that. And again, like when we haven't eaten breakfast yet. So, and then it'll tell you, there's all kinds of other information. It'll go into, there are all kind of analytics, and it'll tell you what your average is. And, and if you're into statistical analysis or anything like that, it gets into all that, your min maxes, your mean, medium, standard deviations and all that good stuff. The nice thing is that you have a dietitian that's online all the time. So whenever you want to chat to her or have a question, they'll contact you, and they'll chat with you or do a review with what you're eating and all that stuff. So kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely find it interesting. I've talked before about Dr. Jason Fung and how it's a lot of it is hormonal, and so it's people test ketones that are on keto, which I think is good. But for me, it's really the glucose that I'm more interested in, and how that affects, because that affects how I feel more, right?
Yeah.
Like the ketones may give me energy, but the glucose spike coming down from that is normally when I don't feel good. So what foods do that to make me feel better? I find that very interesting. I'll be curious to see your analysis of it.
Yeah. Now I missed a whole mess of folks here. So a whole mess of folks joined us here. So I'm going to try to catch up a little bit. So CW has joined us. Welcome.
Hey,
How are
CW.
you? Hopefully you're doing
I'm so glad you made a live stream, girl. Sorry. That's my friend there.
Derek is in here. So, hey, Derek.
Hey, Derek.
Hopefully, Derek's having a weight loss challenge this month. So,
yeah.
So hopefully everybody's doing good. Let's see who else is in here. Mary's in here.
Mary, hey Mary, thanks for joining. That's my friend.
So thank you for coming. Let's see. Apple's here. Hey, Apple, how are you? Hopefully everything's going good. Up in Michigan there. Hopefully no snow today. So okay. So I think that's everybody. So I wanted to catch up a little bit. So, but anyway, just to get back, and I know that they had talked a lot about glucose. I don't know if you watch Jason Fong or if you watch any of some of the other folks talk a little bit about the doctor, Dr. Ben Berry, and we'll talk about the insulin is what makes you fat, not the fat. So your body doesn't retain fat unless your insulin spikes, and then when your insulin spikes, it turns the fat and stores it. So if your insulin is level, and that's why keto works. Your insulin is level. Your body doesn't store that fat; it just processes and gets it out. So, but that's what they say. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's so much more complicated, and everybody's body is different. But essentially, it's more of a hormone, because your body doesn't know the difference in the calories. It doesn't. It just processes what you put in it. So if it's a hormonal response, and that insulin is what's triggering that fat storage hormone, again, it's so much more than that. But it is why it works so well for a lot of people. And some people will lose fat. They'll get their blood sugars back in line, go from pre-diabetic to being in normal ranges. So that's why I think it all works. And that's why I like to follow it, because it physically shows itself to work for me. So I keep doing it.
All right. So somebody's saying, CW is saying, your pal Misty. Hey, Misty, me too.
I love
have
CW.
a grinned ear to ear. So I don't know what that was about, but
she does. We're good friends. She's been following my channel for a long, long time. She doesn't have a channel, but she's great.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Mary talking about that.
Yeah. So I wish I could get a prescription for it, and so the doctor would pay for it, or the prescription would fill it, but I'm not sure that they would. unless you're a diabetic and or something else.
She is right now. She's at the diabetic level and is coming down, but wants to, the more she monitors it, the more she can possibly come down. So I'm curious to see, Mary, too, what your doctor says about that.
Yeah, and I know this says after 48 hours, it will actually start giving me my A1C score and all that stuff, but it takes 2 or 3 days to get that data to start averaging it. So
that's pretty cool.
That is cool, yeah. Because that's the number that you want to look at when it comes to things like that. Is that A1C.
But I thought it was pretty cool just to kind of see. And I know a few I know like Steve from Serious Keto has been wearing one for a while. He was doing all those test experiments and stuff on foods. And
him and Logan from Goody Beats.
Logan actually has his own company making them now. So there's quite a few of them that are doing it now. But I just thought it was just kind of curious. And they offered it for free, so
that's really cool. I love that the company offered it to to get feedback from people who would use it and benefit from it. So I think that's cool.
Yeah, and I've been Indigo Nelly's actually using the same one from the same company. So I've been kind of watching her. She's a couple of weeks ahead of me. So she just finished her first one, and she kind of went through the whole what she found out for the first 2 weeks, and she's actually making some tweaks to her diet because of it, and some changes and stuff. And so,
that's awesome.
I think that's cool. I'll be. Look at you influencing people, Alan. I love it. I'll be curious to see what you find out.
One of the things they were talking about was I guess from the stuff I've been watching was that if you eat and then you sit in your sediment, that your insulin will go up a lot more than if you get up and go for a walk or move around. So after you eat, you should either lightly exercise, or go for a nice walk or something, just to, or chase the kids around, Michelle, to keep the blood glucose down. It will really help keep the levels lower. But if you're just sitting, like I had my coffee and I'm just sitting, it actually causes a bigger spike than if you're actually moving. So,
well, not that I'm proud of this either, but like if I have a binge eat and I feel like really uncomfortable, or I feel like I know that my sugar is spiking, I do try to like go walk around, go do something, because it's the only way. If I sit down, then I'm just going to keep feeling worse and worse and worse and worse. So, not that I'm trying not to binge eat. I'm trying really hard, but, it's something that I've always done. So it's a hard habit to break. But, getting out there and exercising definitely helps. So I think that's true.
Yeah, I think it's when you get into the mindset of you're doing it to like work off the calories from the food versus I'm doing it just because this is going to make me feel better. I know I didn't make good choices, for me today, but this will make me feel better. So I think that's still a really healthy mindset for those. I'm not a binge eater. My eating disorders are different, but I understand the concept behind it. So I think that's still really good, Michelle, that you're able to have a way to at least feel better. Because I think sometimes then you feel bad, then you get stuck in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do a drawing here for another.
All right, let's go.
Woo-hoo.
Keto Chow.
This is for the Keto Chow. So, share.
What kind of Keto Chow are you giving away?
Whatever you want, except for you can't get the new flavor because they're all out of it.
Yeah. I do love Keto Chow though. They just taste so good and they're so easy. And
I had the eggnog that Alan gave to me the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this is so good!" So I wanted to add that in my order, but they were all out of it. I was like, "Oh, eggnog!"
So the Keto Chow winner is Billy Carroll.
Congratulations!
Hey.
Keto Chow. I do really like it. I've had the eggnog before. I had it in one of my sample packages. It was like but then I realized I had never really had eggnog, which I have also done now. It's like a sweet cream. It was a really good one. There's something about their chocolate toffee though that is just my favorite. It's so good. I love their chocolate toffee.
I did get a couple of packets of that, so I'm excited.
It's really good. It's my of the chocolate flavors. Even though I'm a chocolate peanut butter fan, there's something about their chocolate toffee that's so good. And then I really like their orange cream, which I don't think is one of their more popular ones, but I really enjoy the orange
Yeah.
cream. I think it's delicious. And the lemon. I like the lemon as well. I think that was a little bit more
Yeah.
popular.
Lindy is
Never had
in
the
she
orange
like
cream or the
she,
lemon, but
yeah.
check it out.
I like the
I
orange
like
cream.
all the
It's just-
fruity, the orange, the lemon, the lime, the pineapple, or not the pineapple,
Yeah.
yeah, I like all their fruity flavors. I think they're delicious.
Yeah. I would be really interested in trying out the new flavor, that maple waffle that they released it. They sold out in 4 hours. So I know
I know.
Heidi.
Maybe I'll have to send you one.
So you got some? Oh, you
Yeah,
were one
she
of the
got
lucky ones then. Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
pretty
bought it
cautious.
before I knew what the flavor was. I was like, whatever this is gonna be delicious. Send it.
Yeah.
That's the way to
Well,
do
it's
it with
funny.
it sometimes.
Yeah, and they're coming out with a new flavor coming out pretty quick too, because that one from Serious Keto, Steve from Serious Keto created the flavor. Supposedly that's coming out in the next couple of weeks here too.
Okay. I have enough for probably another 2 months. I'm good on it for now. And my new thing
Yeah.
is Mary actually had mentioned, my friend Mary had mentioned the dehydrated butter. And I was like, what? There's a powdered butter? And then I saw somebody else use it for keto chow too. And I'm like, one of the things I like about keto chow is that it's so easy, but melting the butter because I prefer to use butter in my keto chow. That's my
Yeah.
fat of choice. I hate
Right.
warming it up in the microwave because I'm always afraid it's going to explode. And so I've been using this dehydrated butter. Man, it's so simple because I put that in there. I put the powder in. I put my kettle on. I get it warm. Pour it over, shake it up, put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours, and they last for 2 or 3 days in the fridge. So you can meal prep your keto chow. That's what I do. I love it. So that if I'm at that point, I'm like, I have nothing to eat. Yes, you do. Go get that shake out of there.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the chocolate. I'm trying to think what it is. The mango. There's a mango one that they have too that's really, really good. Now Lindy was saying she's a big fan of the eggnog, and I'm not a big fan of the eggnog. I thought it was kind of I thought it was okay, but it wasn't it's something that I wouldn't go out of my way to get. So
it's a little generic to me, but it was good. It was just sort of like a sweet, creamy, which there was nothing wrong with that. But I like the flavors. I prefer the fruits. Like I said, like the strawberry, the orange, the lemon, the lime. When you can get the key lime, their key lime is really good. They don't always have it. But then,
big thing for me is making it into ice cream so that I then I take it and I can divide it into 3 servings too, and then I can eat just a little bit of it. And while everybody else is eating regular ice cream, I can eat a little serving.
I like that Nick's ice cream though. That's like my guilty pleasure. They have that Nick's snack mix. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Really?
I haven't been able to find it, but I hear people talk about it.
It's like, you know how like my biggest thing with like a lot of the keto ice creams is like it's so chalky and you have to like let it sit out. And by the time I let it sit out, it's either melted into a puddle. My kids have like eaten it all on me or, you know, something crazy. So like I need something that I can just like take out of the freezer and be like, okay, I'm going to stick a spoon in this and it's done. But it's so good.
Yeah. The I think it's raspberry cheesecake. That was probably one of my favorites. So
that sounds good.
Yeah, we made that into ice cream and stuff. And the only thing is, I know when I bake with it, especially like Michelle, you did the video with the where you were trying to make the bread. I know when I bake
Banana
with it,
bread.
I use eggs in it. Yeah, the banana bread. If I don't, how to say, when I mix it with eggs or like egg whites or something, it kind of mutes the flavor a little bit. So I have to put in some extract or something to put it. So like in lemon bread, you got to put some true lemon in it or some lemon extract, or banana bread. I bought some banana extract when I like make muffins and stuff like that, because it kind of does mute the flavor a little bit. So
they're not the strongest flavor to begin with, to be honest, or at least a lot of them. They're good, but they're not super strong. So I could see how if it was, you know, portioned out over food, it may need extra.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah,
I
but
have
it's
been
good.
tempted to get like their taco seasoning because I love tacos. This is not a surprise, but I've been tempted to get their taco seasoning just as a healthier
Yeah.
seasoning for it.
Yeah.
I just haven't done that yet. I haven't
Yeah.
tried
Yeah.
it. So
I have tried it. I've used it in a couple of recipes, and it's actually really, really good.
it is? Oh, okay. Well, then I may give it a go.
Yeah.
Well, not right now.
Yeah.
I'm not buying anything right now. I don't need any more. But when I do, I'll probably get some. I'll probably add that to my order when I stock back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
can't
CW
find-
was talking about the powdered butter and putting it in the protein sparing modifying bread. I haven't tried that yet, so I actually might try that. I know Indigo
Whatever.
Nelly and some others, they're freezing their butter and then they're putting it in the bread, and it's like, wow, you got to shred it and then you got to freeze it and then you got to put. Wow, that's a lot of extra work. So I'm thinking of
That's
it.
how I
the
felt
powdered
about
butter.
this melting butter. So, like, I'm the laziest ever.
Yeah.
But it's also cool because then it's dehydrated butter, so it's going to be good for. It will
For
not
a
go
long
bad
time.
before I use it all, basically. And with butter, you do
Yeah.
kind of have to be careful if you're not using it a lot, and then. So yeah, it's worked out really well for me. That was a great tip with the dehydrated butter. It's made my keto chow so easy to make.
Huh.
I
So
don't
we'll have
melt
to
the
try
butter.
that.
I use that coconut milk. I really like that with it. It makes it like nice and creamy, like a milkshake.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've used heavy cream before. I've used the coconut milk, like the actual, not like coconut milk, like coconut cream, I guess is what it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And so they're saying it's good in coffee.
Oh, a bulletproof coffee. I didn't even think of using the dehydrated butter for that.
Yeah,
and I'm sure it'd be good in
either,
different baking things. I don't bake. I'm the simplest eater. I'm basic.
Yeah. Yeah. Hyla is saying that she does the same thing. And that, because keto chow, especially if you put cream in it, is not the lowest in total carbs. So you're tracking total carbs.
Yeah.
You're putting the butter in it, it keeps the carbs down. But a half a cup of cream is 4 total carbs. So butter has 0.
Day, it can add up. Yeah, I've done like keto chow fast for like a few days in a row, and yeah, that heavy cream. I mean, you're at 12 net carbs with 3 shakes. So, but it is filling. I mean, to be fair, it is filling. But I find I get the same satisfaction or fulfillment, like from a satiation standpoint, with the butter. So. Mary, where do you find Nick's? Probably HEB. Every time I ask that, people say HEB. Every time I ask, where do you find that? HEB is a grocery store chain here in Texas. And I can't find Nick's. And it's probably at HEB because I don't go to HEB.
Yeah, I can say I haven't seen it here. I haven't really looked for it either. But
I see Mary asking CW if she's in Texas. A, no, she's not in Texas. And B, that probably means it's HEB.
Is it like the Rebel ice cream, Michelle?
It's so much better than Rebel ice cream, I have to say. Rebel is like, I find that so chalky and disgusting. I really can't. But the Nick's is like, it tastes like real ice cream, like just creamy and delicious. And
HEB.
now I want some.
I'm gonna have to go to HEB one day.
You don't have to take it out ahead of time. You can just and there's so many different flavors, and the flavors are so good. It's like they have like a snack mix, which has like cookie dough and brownie batter, and they have
there. Yeah, because my friend Camille over at Dual Wellness, she talked about it, and so I looked for it, and I looked Mary at Walmart, and I didn't find it at Walmart. I had a feeling then once you found it, it was at HEB. But yeah, I've heard that because that's how I am with. I like Rebel ice cream. I find it as an acceptable alternative ice cream. It's still not great, and you do have to let it sit out. We're like Halo Top tastes like I'm eating cotton. I can't. So I get what you mean about that chalky kind of like. It's almost like it dries out my mouth. How is ice cream drying out my mouth? So I get it with a lot of them. It is the texture and things like that. And I think that's why a lot of people like to use the keto chow to make their ice cream, because it has a good creamy texture like that, like ice cream, because it's got a higher fat content in it. And I think a lot of the manufactured ice creams try to lower that fat content a little bit, but then that kind of takes the creaminess away from it.
Yeah. Well, I even went and I bought some of that Terra gum, because they had talked about how the Terra gum, you put a little bit in the keto chow or whatever, it keeps it creamy and stuff, and it didn't to me, it didn't really work as well as I was hoping that it would. So
I don't know that I've heard of that.
but
I do like. I normally do the keto pint ice cream bars because I like the texture of them. They're a chocolate coated bar. You can get them at like Costco. I get mine from Kroger or Walmart, and that way it's also portioned out for me because ice cream is one thing that I could go crazy with. So I don't. I just have one when I do have it.
seems like there's a lot of people from Texas now. Everybody moving to Texas now.
It's just such a big place to be. It's hard not to be in Texas at some point. Like, I feel like wherever you are or wherever you're headed, at some point you'll be in Texas at least for a little while. But yeah. Oh, and there's no HEB. I thought it was everywhere. Here, everything's better. That's what HEB stands for.
Yeah.
It's actually
pretty soon Kroger is going to have all the grocery stores. So they own they're buying Albertsons or whatever. They're merging with Albertsons, and which is we have two stores, a Vaughn's and a Ralph's, and they're almost half a mile apart, and one's Albertsons and one's Kruger's. So I'm kind of curious when they merge if that we're able to be closing one of those two stores down and or whatever. So, but
yeah, HEB is a big chain here in Texas.
Yeah.
It's a Texas grocery store. I guess not everywhere in Texas though.
Yeah, but I think Kruger you find just about everywhere, but just different names. They have different names.
They're called Kroger. Yeah, it's Kroger in Texas where I am, but we've also had Albertsons in different places.
Yeah. Kroger's here. His name is Ralph.
Brookshires. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about Brookshires.
They own Shaw's in New England, so it was one of their stores they own in New England.
Yeah, I have those Shaws that are owned by them now near me.
So
it's funny how different grocery stores. People be like, they'll do hauls, and they're like, I went to this grocery store. I'm like, do I have a compatible grocery store to that? Because a lot of the times they say they're here, and I'll be like, oh, if I go to Kroger, I'll get that, or oh, if I go to Winn-Dixie, I'll get that, or whatever it is, right? Actually, I don't know that we have Winn-Dixie's here anymore, but
I do.
Well, that's like I always see people doing Costco hauls, and I'm like, like in order for me to get to like the nearest one is like 45 minutes or an hour, and I'm like, I'm not driving that far. By that point, I'll just go find something in my Walmart or something.
Yeah.
Costco does have a lot of fun keto treats, though, I have to say. I have a Sam's Club membership, though, because, again, it's for meats and cheese. It's like for my bulk items that I use it for. But, yeah, a lot of people, my nearest Costco, well, it's Houston. I feel like everything is both close and far away in Houston at the same time because nothing is within 30 minutes, but that still feels close.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look at it because I'm going to have to, if they have it at Kruger's, I'll have to take a look because if they are Kruger's, they'll have it at our Ralph's. So,
Ralph's. That's the one that I always, when people say that, I'm like, oh, I bet I can go to Kroger and get that.
Yeah. And
I forgot about
there's none here. So, no
I
Costco.
I also like
Aldi's.
Either. I think Aldi's has a lot of good stuff.
I do like Aldi. Yeah, they have, especially for like meats and cheeses and frozen. Yeah, I like Aldi a lot. I don't mind having to put the quarter in the thing and I normally have my own bags with me anyway, because a lot of times I go to Sam's Club. So
yeah. And Jason's saying he has two of them that are pretty close.
I love that.
They're actually, believe it or not, so I have one that's probably 10 minutes across Costco. It's about 10 minutes. If I jump on the highway, it's about 10 minutes. Depends on the traffic. But they're actually going to build one here in town. They just submitted. It just was in the news the other day. They're going to build one here in town, and it's like they're literally 10 minutes apart. I don't quite get why they're building them so close, but so they're going to build another Costco here.
If they can have them
saying
both
there's demand
busy, I guess if they're both stupid busy, it makes sense for Costco at least.
Yeah, the one that's over here is we don't go that often just because it's insane, and I always see these guys like Thomas Flowery or Bobby Flavor or whatever. They're walking around and they're doing these videos, and there's nobody in the store, and I'm like, what store are they going to? Because I've never been to a Costco like that. Never in my life. It's like there's a million people in there. And
Yeah, they go to a whole aisle and there's nobody in that aisle. I'm like, I don't think I've ever been in an aisle alone in a Sam's Club.
Yeah, yeah. Much less having time to
It's
sit
like even
there
the
and do a
dog
video.
food aisle. There's always people in the dog food aisle, even like there's people everywhere. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So let me get caught up here. So my friend is with Berkshire's, but I shop at Aldi's because it's cheaper. So and then Hailey is saying that Berkshire turns out to be Super One. So is that different? Just a different name, or just a Super One to go shopping at?
No, it's a different store. It's got
Okay.
a different logo.
We have a grocery outlet here, and I find pretty good deals every once in a while at the grocery outlet. They'll have there's a Applegate makes the organic uncured hot dogs, and they're expensive. They're like $6.99 for like 5 of them, right? But every once in a while they'll have them there, and it'll be $1.99 for the 5 of them. So which is a great deal. And they're the one of the few clean hot dogs out there. They're uncured. There's no sugar in them. There's no extra garbage. They're all beef. They're from say no hormones ever. Grass fed beef, and so it's pretty hard. So to see them for that kind of price, even with coupons, you can't get them for that cheap. So
yeah, get them for $2. Snag them.
They had Rebel ice cream there for $2 too, which was
that's a good deal.
Can be dangerous.
Yeah. Again, I don't mind the Rebel ice cream.
But they have a lot of.
It's not the best ice cream, but it's everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Since I had the Knicks, I can't go back.
Well, maybe maybe I shouldn't try to find it then, Michelle. maybe I don't want to know what I'm missing and be like, this is good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're better off.
I got Sam's Club. I go to the Sam's Club and I do the scan and pay. Like I literally had one lady one day stop me and she's like, "You can't just walk out of the store." I'm like, "Yep. Watch. I have my thing right here. Like I already paid for it. I love it. I just scan everything as I go and then I walk right out and show them my little scan card. I don't have to sit in a line. And there's these people. That's the thing with Sam's Club. The line will be an hour. I save so much money because I'll buy more because I don't mind because I get out so fast. I end up paying for my own membership every year with the money that I save by paying the more to get this the scanning go. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do our last drawing.
All right,
we're gonna do our last drawing.
Oh, Barnum, I wasn't cheering for you, buddy. He got really excited. He came. He thought I was clapping for him. Sorry.
So this is for the $25 Amazon gift card. So,
nice. Hey,
wow.
Who was it?
Hailey from Crafty
Carnivore.
Yeah. Someone that's actually here.
Yeah, I love that they're in the chat one.
Congratulations.
I gotta go back here. All right, so.
Yeah, shopping in the middle of the week is where it was good if you can do it.
Yeah.
It's like OMG.
Yeah, so no, that's good. So I would like to just kind of ask kind of quickly, because I know you're probably, at least me for anyway. So I kind of went into the keto and I kind of took on the weight and I kind of started working on the weight. And it was just kind of, I got to a certain point and then I started kind of more of the exercising and walking and I was kind of wondering if you guys could talk a little bit about your transitions. And I know you've kind of gone from the weight and eating to more now getting a little bit more into the fitness piece of it.
Is that to me?
Yeah, either one of you.
But you can go first. Feel free.
Sorry, the wind just ticked up here. I feel like my car's gonna blow away. So I don't know. I started with the eating first because my big epiphany was like I couldn't even go up the stairs. I was so winded. So I started just trying to eat healthy and and get some of the weight. And then after I lost like the first like 20 pounds, I said, let me start trying to go walking with the kids more. So I did that. And then that escalated into running a little bit. I've always been a runner. So, it was like so freeing to feel like, oh, I can actually run, a mile now without being like passing out on the ground. So, and then, the weight was coming off and the exercise was increasing and felt great. Still feels good. So, I think now, I mean, the eating portion is definitely huge for me because um, my family history has had a big history with diabetes. I've seen people going through all kinds of stuff because of diabetes, and it's really scary for me. And I know that if I kept eating the way that I was going, that I was definitely going to be either pre-diabetic or diabetic at some point. Um, but so they kind of now they go hand in hand. With the maintenance piece, like I can't just eat like crap and exercise and be still here at the weight where I want to be and feeling good. So now it's kind of like a cyclical thing, and now I'm trying to, like Misty said, work on building some muscle, building some tone, and just be like, proud of the person that I see in the mirror. A lot of my eating habits have been driven based on like mental health and it's really easy to binge eat when you're going through depression, and it's really easy to make excuses like why you can't go to the gym and why you can't eat healthy. And I still have battles with myself all the time, but I think that balancing it all, balancing the diet, the exercise, and the mental health is all very important part of my journey. So, and it's going to continue to be important forever. So
Yeah, and that's just it. It's forever, right? But I was kind of the same with you. I started with the food because I had gone on a medical like supervised diet, but it was one of those where they still gave you prepackaged foods. But I realized that what they were doing was basically a low carb diet. So I started researching that, and then I found keto. And then when I was ready to start, that's what I started was with the food. Um, and then it was like a year into it, more than a year into it. And I'd lost not quite 100 pounds, but pretty close to 100 pounds before I ever started even working out at all. And I did a 5K in May back in 2021. And then I started really the first big fitness thing I did was with Gavin at Smithy's Fitness. He had a 21-day beginner boot camp, and I did that twice. And then I started working out with Kirsten and more with Val and Sharon when she was putting out videos. And it really helped me. I never wanted to do fitness. Because I never thought that I could. So it was never in my mind to do fitness because I didn't think I'd ever be able. And then I realize now that's not the right way to think about it, but that's the truth of the story of where I came from, right? I just wanted to drop the weight by doing the food. And that's why a lot of people do keto as a diet. I'm not doing it as a diet. I'm doing it because it makes me feel the best physically. But really what has helped change my whole mindset has been the strength training, because I dropped so much weight. I still don't really understand how big or how small, I guess, I am now in comparison. And I'll see pictures of me and it still shocks me that I look as small as I do. Even though I've been working really hard for it now for almost 3 years, it's still one of those things. But doing the fitness has really helped me, what I say, fit in my body. So I know how my body works better. I couldn't even jump, and I didn't realize it was because I physically wasn't jumping properly. Or like this morning in boot camp, for some reason, I went forever not being able to do a sit-up and tried and tried and tried. And then one day it clicked in my brain and I did like 50 sit-ups. And then this morning in boot camp, she's like, we're doing the 12 days of fitness, Christmas stuff. And she's like, all right, sit up. And I couldn't sit up, and I got so mad at myself. And she's like, relax, Misty, you're fine. Get a weight. So instead of doing a regular sit up, I got a weighted sit up, which to me feels like it would be harder, but it unlocked that part of my brain. So there's so much of the Michelle, I don't know where she went though, but she was talking about how it's
Yeah.
part mental too, but part of that mental is using this new physical body that I have. So it's really made me feel better. It makes me have more time for myself. It makes me have more time for others, because the less you do, the less you do. And the
Yeah.
more you do, the more you can do. So the more time I give to myself, the more time I can give to others as well. And so it started with the food, and I won't change the way that I eat. I'm like you, Alan. I plan on eating this way forever because I feel the best with it. And I think it is because of the glucose and the spike and the insulin and things like that, right?
Yeah.
I think I can feel that. Like I said, people, talk about turkey making them sleepy. I think for me, it's the bread and the, pumpkin pie and all that sugar. I'm coming down from that
Yeah.
sugar spike. It makes me sleepy because
Yeah.
I don't do that as often anymore. So it's more noticeable for me. But I plan on eating the same way. And then I plan on doing the fitness forever, as long as I can. And that's the thing that I want people to understand is people go on a diet to lose weight, and you will. And then if that's all you did, you'll put it right back on, because what we need to do is change our whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
Little changes result in big changes over time. And I'm living proof of that. So you can do it. I know you can, because I've done it. And so is Alan.
Yeah.
So is Michelle.
Yeah. So
you can do it.
I said, I kind of wish I had done some of the before stuff, and I wish I had more pictures of me back when I was heavy. But when I was initially doing it, it was the doctor had told me I needed to do it because for my health, or I was gonna down the road pay for it. And I'm in my 60s, so now, so and I wanted to live a good, healthy life, and I don't want to be taking medication. I don't want to be depending on doctors and all that stuff. I want to be going in every year and getting my physical and doing the stuff I need to do to make sure I stay healthy, and having them tell me what a great job I'm doing, and leaving and not having to worry about running to the drugstore and taking medication every day and all that good stuff.
Oh
So,
yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm now off of all of the medications that I was on before I started this way of eating and the fitness that I've been doing. So yeah, it's definitely very helpful.
Yeah. And my dad he lives a pretty good, clean life. He's never been heavy set, and he's always been active, and he's always, I call him a little bit of a workaholic. He's always kept busy, and he's 99 years old. He'll be 100 in May of next year.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So, so I want to try to achieve that same kind of good life. And he's living with my brother right now in Connecticut, but he still gets up and around and moves around, and he still talks, and he has his sense, and
yeah, that's what it's about. I remember I was on a live stream one day, and I was listening to Augie at Augie Silver Fitness, and he said it's not about your lifespan, it's about your health span. So you are where you are with your life right now, but how much more of your life can you live as a healthier version of yourself?
Yeah.
And that was really impactful for me. And I'm like, you know what? I am where I am now, but I can always improve, and I can always do more. And I've done more in the last 3 years than I've probably done the rest of my life, even with everything locked down. I went to Las Vegas this year. I would have never done that in the past, ever.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. Yeah. But it was fun. I even looked forward to it. I had a good time. I had 100,000 steps in a couple of days. I couldn't have imagined that even feeling like a fun adventure 3 years ago. And now I look forward to stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Well, you get to walk everywhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
why I was like, people think I exercise 7 days a week because I do a 5-mile walk, but for me, that's just a walk. It's not like I'm trying to, in fact, sometimes my heart rate will pick up and I'll be like, oh, guys, we got to slow down. Normally they're telling me to slow down. Now I tend to walk too fast. I get excited.
But that's a great way to look at it and say that's not exercise. It's just,
it's just movement, right? Because that's what we need. And because I find the more I don't move, it is true, the less I want to, and then the worse that I feel. Sometimes if I'm feeling really bad, I just get up and go for a slow walk, and it really does make it. Or just get up and move your arms around, like do some windmills with your arms, just any type of movement. Yeah. And I think it's a lot of that lymphatic system stuff too, right? The more you can move around, you get that lymphatic system moving and draining, and it's all helpful.
All right. So Johnny Johnny Small Pepper says,
Thank
great
you.
show. So make sure, everybody, if you haven't, go
I
over
like
there and
that.
check out your pal Misty's and Keto Mama Michelle's channel and show them some love. And there's Michelle back.
Oh, there she
So
is.
just make sure you go over there. And then again, Johnny's saying smash that thumbs up button. That's always good. And then if you feel like it, you can always share it out. That would be awesome. So, all right, those are the YouTubey things they tell you as well. All right.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
No, Michelle, you're still muted. So just to let you know.
I can see they're making faces occasionally. It must be because of that rainstorm she has. She's probably got bad signal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're at about the hour and 15-minute mark now. So we're probably going to end this. I'm sure everybody else has got stuff to do today. I'm going to eat my breakfast. I haven't eaten my breakfast yet. So we've been
I'm going
trying
to do some meal prep today, and then I have my Vlogmas at 6 o'clock my time. So
yeah. So
just gonna
all right.
relax.
Well, hopefully we'll see you at, well, it'll be 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock my time. So,
yeah, 4 o'clock. If you could swing by, Alan, I'd love to see you there. I'm glad you've been able to stop through the last 2 days. I appreciate it. It's fun. I like seeing y'all every day when I can. So
yeah.
that's
cool. All right. Hey, you guys have a great day. Thank you for all coming. Thank you for all the questions, the comments, all of the good suggestions. Hopefully, like I say, a lot of content creators in here. So hopefully you contact each other and check each other's channels out. Thank you for coming. And
thanks for having me again, Alan. I love talking to you. You know that I'm happy to come and chat with you anytime. And thank you all for being here. We know, especially during this holiday season, taking time out to come and chat with us. We really do appreciate it.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye, everybody.